I am going to talk about TwitchCon. It will be so epic and exciting, but I did make a caveman. People have wanted me to make the streams a little more accessible, and so to do that, I have created a caveman AI.
Hello gamers! This is Flaming Gaming 7. We're playing Danganronpa. I just figured I should actually start the freaking stream because I was talking to my mom, so I was like a minute or two late actually starting the stream. I feel like my face cam's darker than usual. Whatever, that's fine. And then I got distracted looking at Lego Minecraft sets because of course I did. Let me close out that window. Of course I did that. And then I open up my Switch and Tomodachi Life is already open, and I'm in like the middle of people becoming friends, so I have to sort that out so then I can save the game. And then I'm like, well, I already have the game open, so I may as well do my dailies. We're playing Danganronpa! Yeah, I think y'all know. I mean, do I have to do the YouTuber thing? Hi, Alex. You're here. You know what we're doing here. We don't gotta do the YouTuber thing. I think I remember pretty well how everything played out last time. It was a weird jumping around of Hifumi getting murdered and then us going up and finding out that Taka was murdered, and then we find out that, I mean, it's really strange that those two went to the bathroom at the same time. I'm still not convinced that Celeste isn't a part of this. I could see her being involved somehow. Hina, no way. She's too sweet. I would like to think. So while they were in the bathroom, then fucking his body disappeared. We come back up here. Taka's body has disappeared. Like, what the heck? Robo Justice? Still would like to know who that is. Probably not Hifumi. I'm definitely, because this is Celeste was like spared by Robo Justice. Got a picture of him. The body disappeared under her watch. I'm a little suspicious of Celeste. Hiro has not shown up. Kyoko has not shown up in a while. We know that she's not the one who attacked. Someone was attacked. I mean, I know Celeste was allegedly, anyway, attacked by Robo Justice. Hifumi definitely was. And, like, we did see some sort of, or allegedly, Celeste saw, as I'm running back through this, Celeste is very suspicious. I'm actually very, very suspicious of Celeste. I don't know if I could see her dying this early, but also I kind of can. Kyoko's gonna live a while longer. Byakuya definitely will. I could see Celeste being the culprit this chapter. Hiro, we have not seen at all, though. He is incredibly suspicious. And also, as I'm sure you remember, I am totally convinced that only one of these people is actually dead, because the bodies were found at the same time by 3 people. Each of them had 3 people, and yet only one dead body announcement played. We don't know where Kyoko is in all this. I feel like she's probably not a murderer. Was Hiro Robo Justice and he kidnapped her maybe while he was on the 2nd floor? I don't know. Let's start investigating the crime scene and find out. I think I already investigated this. Taka's entire body has disappeared, leaving behind nothing but a bloodstain. You seem to forget, Celeste is the nicest person ever. I keep forgetting that. I'm so sorry, Celeste. She's passed out. Alright, let's investigate a different room. There's probably nothing in here. Where do we go from here, I guess? Back to the nurse's office. I don't know why I'm wasting my time on this. I guess we check the art room. Hello, Hina and Sakura. I hope I didn't walk in on anything. I am trying to talk to Hina.
Huh?
Where could 2 dead bodies have disappeared to? 1 dead body. Damn. We need to search for the bodies that have disappeared. What happens after that? Seriously, where did these bodies go? Huh? The door must be locked. Okay, well, that's a That's pretty suspicious. I think we should ask Sakura to break this down. I'm very suspicious of that door. Okay. I think for now, we're mainly just going to be making our way to the nurse's office. No, okay. What else is even on this floor besides a couple of classrooms? And what was this door again? Rec room. Oh, yeah. You ate them? How could you? Freaking weirdo. There's no way this pool table is related to this case. There's no way this table is related to this case. Where was the locker that he refused to open? I don't think it was this one. It's a locker. No, it is this one! Locked doors are famously unimportant in murder mysteries. Yeah, apparently, I would love to know the logic behind that, but apparently... Dog. It's a locker. It doesn't seem especially important right now, so I don't need to open it. The time it took you to think that thought is longer than the time it would have taken you to just open, oh, there's nothing in there, and close. Thinking that took too long. What the heck is it? No reason. You just seem to be dismissing everything. When these magazines have anything to do with this case, there can't possibly be any clues in them. I don't know, is like one of them missing? Maybe Hifumi took it, and then if we find the magazine, we can like find a trail back to him or something? I don't know. Dog, why do you even want me to investigate this room? Are you sure there's no way Othello was related to this case? Leave the area, yes. I don't know why I feel like my face game is darker today. Oh, hello, Celeste! Makoto.
Come on.
Why are you just standing there? You need to get to the repository. What's the repository?
Indeed.
I found them. Hifumi and Taka's bodies had both been hidden in the repository.
Goodbye.
I've already told Hina and Sakura. We'll go on ahead. Their bodies were in the repository? What's the repository again? Is that the extra place in the library? Hold on, I dead ass forget. Celeste! Is it the extra room in the art room? I genuinely forget. Is it one of those classrooms back there? The fact that it let me in here makes me think this is right. There we go. The body's here somewhere? Back of art room. Thank you, thank you. I have to wonder where they could have been hidden. Well, it's back here, right? Up ahead is the repository. The doorknob turned. I guess it's unlocked. And I have no choice but to go inside. I gently opened the door. And when I entered, I saw... Dog, we already know that they're dead. But it probably doesn't get that much easier the second time. The two bodies that had disappeared were right there. The smell of blood made me gag. What I saw before my eyes was unquestionable, unavoidable, unwavering reality. Are they actually both dead? I made this whole thing about, oh, there's no way they're both dead. One of them's alive. But are they actually? And then I heard the announcement for a second time. Why didn't it play yesterday then? That's so not fair. I was being misled. Maybe he wasn't dead yet. No, I'm still onto something. I'm still onto something. I'm still onto something. I'm still onto something. One of them wasn't dead yet. But they died between us discovering their body and now. Because why would the announcement wait so long to play? I don't know. But it's like... It's when 3 people discover a body, the announcement plays. Toko, Byakuya, and Celeste discover Taka's. Me, Sakura, and Hina discover Hifumi's. 3 people, each body. But only just now the second announcement is playing. And they're both in the same room. And the first time we discovered both of them at the same time. So I'm convinced that one of them wasn't dead yet until now.
After a certain amount of time.
The announcement just didn't feel like it. And so here we are! Without further ado, let me give you all the next Monokuma file! I was going to hand them out when you found the bodies the first time, but I thought something might happen. It was really hard to resist, but turns out I was right!
Stop talking.
Just hand it over already.
Punishment is waiting.
Something happened in that a second one of them died. Oh, I didn't mean to press A yet. I love this song. Now, make sure to investigate with all your mental might and prepare for the class trial. See you later! Well then, now that we found the bodies, all that's left is to uncover the culprit.
What the heck?
Hold on! How can you be so calm? I mean, they're dead, you know.
That's terrible.
Dead. Gone forever. They're never coming back. Awful. This is just all too awful. Hina suddenly burst into tears. She clutched Hifumi's lifeless body. No offense, girl, but why is that the one you picked?
Who would do this? Why? Why?
Large, wet tears fell from her eyes. The tears landed on Hifumi's cheeks. If this were some world of make-believe, that might have been when Hifumi opened his eyes. But this wasn't a movie. What? Wait, but Monokuma did the announcement! Wait!
He's alive again? Where am I? Cold. So cold. Is
But Monokuma played the announcement this time!
Hifumi, wake up!
Huh? That's right. I remember now. Hope's Peak.
Come on, you gotta wake up!
I remember everything
I half expect Byakuya just to hit him on the head with a hammer or something.
before I met you all. I met you all.
His memories are all blending together. He has nothing useful to offer us.
The light, it's reaching out to me like the tail of a comet.
Hey, Hifumi! Who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Who killed me? That's right. I remember.
If you
The
say
name.
Robo Justice.
Yasuhiro.
His eyes closed, and they never opened again. Death for the second time. No matter how many more of Hina's tears splashed his face, there was no second miracle. Reality set in again. This isn't some stereotypical fantasy world. I feel like we should all be like... We should have tried a little harder there. I feel like next time we should, like, check their pulse or something. I feel like this is a good lesson to learn.
Honestly.
You have no tears, do you? No blood in your veins, no calcium in your bones. At least you have your meat.
Stop talking.
You're just angry. Going out of his way to return just to leave us with those unnecessary dying words. He left us with a name. Just had to say that, then die. Yeah, I guess. Now this game has become exceedingly boring. He said Yasuhiro, right? The only one without an alibi. Pretty believable.
Then perhaps...
Yasuhiro Hagakure. That is the only person he could be referring to.
So, in other words,
And with that, the case is solved. Assaulting people, even killing Taka and Hifumi, doesn't mean he's the one who killed Taka. And then going so far as to hide their bodies. A criminal that hides his face behind a mask and uses a bunch of giant wooden hammers. No, nothing crazy ever happens in Danganronpa. Is that what Hiro is?
What is this?
If it's true, I can't forgive him. No way I can ever forgive him. To kill two of our friends.
that's fine.
Anyway, it's about time we track down the culprit in our little life or death game here. Although, this time it's not all that life or death. This trial will conclude without much trouble. It's clearly not Hiro then.
Indeed.
Yes, it does look that way. It's going to begin again. We have to go through this one more time. I have to accept it. I have no choice but to go through with this to make sure everyone survives. I just have to do it. Investigate. First, I'd better check the Monokuma file. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. That's it?
Very strange.
Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before. That is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened than the Monokuma file could, anyway. Maybe.
Well,
There's something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while. Are you talking about Kyoko?
perhaps.
Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? An accomplice? An accomplice? What are you doing here?
Monokuma!
Don't be rude. I'm gonna answer your question. What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? Pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial, it's very unlikely someone would have an accomplice.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the
So each murder is allowed to have an
So
Yeah,
in
yeah.
other words,
Then there's no way anyone would work.
In other words,
So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
so
So you're saying nobody worked together this time either?
hey,
Sorry, can't answer that. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in a murder, only one Blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
So in other words,
And we only need to figure out who that one Blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal?
Well,
Okay, let me take this. I think it's all pretty explained, honestly. What you need to determine is the one true Blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action. I feel like there's got to be a reason they're clarifying all this, though. I shouldn't just skip through this because there's 2 dead people. In this class trial, what you need to determine is the one true Blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action. The true Blackened? So just one person?
well now.
That's enough for explainifying. Now it's down to the final battle between all of you and the Blackened. Good luck to all the contestants! So there can only be one Blackened. An accomplice wouldn't benefit. And I can't see any way Kyoko would be connected to this case after all. You may be right. If that's true, then Kyoko, where are you?
However,
As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. I would say it does. Monokuma just wanted to yap. He loves yapping. He's a yapper. Let's get back to the investigation. I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible. She's usually not that quick to cast blame onto people. And we also gotta remember that the reward for this case, like the motive for this one, is like $10 million. Celeste is a gambler, and maybe she's lying about how good she is at gambling. I just don't see any way anyone else is tied to money in any way. I don't know. Monokuma, like you for real. Hell yeah, he is. We love that. I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information. You know, don't you think we should consider a certain someone a suspect just in case? I'm talking about the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. Yeah.
What?
Oh, hello, Jill. I'm offended. Yeah. When did you? I've been looking all over for you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found. Anyway, you there, swimmer girl. What?
You gotta be
Why do I gotta be a suspect?
What the heck?
Well, I mean, you are a serial killer. Yeah, valid point, Hina. To be fair, she's not the only one saying that it's definitely Hiro. Byakuya keeps saying it. Yeah, that's very true.
What?
So what? But like, that feels like a Byakuya thing to say. This doesn't feel like a Celeste thing to say. I don't know. I think this case is far from decided. I am leaning towards Celeste. There's no way, there's no shot that it's Hiro. So what? I'm like a special guest suspect every time? Yeah, a high key, yeah. I have an alibi, you know. She's right about that. When we heard Hifumi scream, she was with me. And when the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Love Hina. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Hifumi's body. Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about.
Let's see.
On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again. But why were they moved is the question. How is the door locked? One moment, this is very important. You know what? I gotta show you to the people. Pippi the pug. You want up on my lap? You want to play Danganronpa? You want to figure out who murdered them? I feel like it's so weird that Hifumi just like came back from the dead for a moment there. I feel like we were all a little too casual about that. I feel like Monokuma should have popped up and said, well, I thought that he was dead, but he wasn't. That's crazy.
So then.
Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Sure. I'd be totally useless on the investigation anyway.
It's all clear now.
Then that's that. Let's begin. This whole thing is so strange. All but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. Monokuma file number 3 has been added to the truth bullets. Pippi. So, just to clarify who has an alibi for what. When Celeste was allegedly attacked, me, Sakura, Hina, and Kyoko have alibis. When Hifumi was attacked in the library... little yawning pug. I don't remember who exactly had an alibi when he was attacked in the library. When Hifumi was murdered, I think most of us had an alibi. I think, like... But the thing is, maybe Hifumi didn't actually die then. I don't know, maybe Hina was like, when they were watching the body, Hina was like, hey, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. And then when she did that, Celeste was like, bam, bam, we hit you with a hammer. Now you're gonna actually die. And then I'm gonna hide the body or something. And then she went to the bathroom and was like, hey, Hina, I also needed to go. And then they both get out and it's like, oh, he's gone. It's hard to remember exactly who has an alibi for what. I'm getting distracted. For the actual murders... I think it's like just when like the people were actually murdered. I think it's really just Kyoko and Hiro who could have done it. So I'm wondering if there were 2 people in this case. I'm gonna stop sitting here just theorizing. I'm gonna actually try and find out some more facts. Taka, never move again. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. Found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? I don't remember if it had a bloodstain on it. And there's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? Maybe Hifumi is William Afton! He always comes back! I think you figured it out. That way there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. Blue tarp. But Hifumi doesn't have one of those. Was he also on the tarp, but then taken off for some reason? Hifumi's big, cold body is laying on the floor. His really big body. I was about to say that. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? Legitimately a good thing to question. From the nurse's office where he was discovered to here, the repository on the 3rd floor. All the way from the 1st floor to the 3rd. And without anyone noticing it, and without leaving any blood behind that we could see anyway. How the hell? It's no good. I just don't get it. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. Thank you, Makoto. Pippi wants out. Bye, Pippi. I love you, Pippi. I'm drinking water. Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Huh? Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it. His glasses. When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. Yeah. But now they're completely clean. Hifumi wasn't dead in the nurse's office. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? Who would do that? Why? I don't think any of this stuff is relevant. There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall. Actually, maybe this is relevant. Could the Justice hammers have been designed using these as a model? Either way, all the hammers have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait. For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all. And it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Killer wanted him to be able to see. Simple. Ah, of course. Honestly, I mean, you can figure everything here out. I don't know why we even have lawyers when melons are blue exists. Spotless hammer. Very interesting. Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died... Yeah, he said Hiro's name.
So, in other words...
Then there was no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Call me the ultimate lawyer, hell yeah. Maybe Hiro just did the hiding of the bodies? Because the thing is, if there's anyone who you could fool into being an accomplice, it's Hiro. He can be fooled into some shit. We've seen that before. I think everyone else would be like, no, I gain nothing from this. In fact, I'm gonna tattle on you. I feel like Celeste could trick Hiro into this though. Or someone could. Whoever was the killer. So maybe that's why, what I'm saying is maybe that's why Hifumi thinks that Hiro killed him. Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kinda dumb. Do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere. Is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? It's just too simple of an explanation for it to just be him. What is up with that costume? Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. If that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? That's what I'm thinking. Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing 2 people? What? Because all the rule says is, if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your #1 priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on. Perhaps... I see. So that's what that means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Huh? What's with the attitude? But you have my appreciation.
Bye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talks as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? Why did they feel a need to kill 2 people? Was it another... No, it can't have been a self-defense thing where, like, Hifumi killed Taka, but then Taka tried to hurt him, like... Could it have been? Could Hifumi have... But Hifumi definitely let out a scream, so it's not like he just died from blood loss or something. Why did they feel a need to kill 2 people? Like, if 2 people kill 2... Felt silly. Felt silly is your explanation to a lot of things. The world is definitely this simple. And I like it. Are we good in here? There's definitely a lock on the door. There's only one way in and out of this room. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from inside the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from in the art room. Okay. I would like to add that to the truth bullet section of the handbook. I would really like doing that. Because that's a really big deal. Did Hifumi just... I feel like Hifumi just walked down here. But, like, now we know... Now I don't know how much I trust the dead body reports. Because one of them played, and Hifumi was alive. So what if Hifumi is the one that killed Taka, and then, like, he just somehow died? I'm not gonna sit here and try and work out the specifics, because I want to actually investigate more. But what if Hifumi is the Blackened? What if he's the one who did it? He's the one who killed Taka, or the other way around. Everything I'm saying could be the other way around. I just don't like Hifumi, so I'm blaming him before I blame Taka. That's really all it comes down. I mean, not really just that. Because I feel like everything that's gone on with him is a little more suspicious than everything that's happened with Taka. So maybe Hifumi killed Taka, and then, like, somehow died later on. Like, that's how the body was moved. He just walked. He just walked here. I don't know. I don't know. Alright. Do I have to talk to these two? Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. Huh? What is it? After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? And how was the door unlocked? I would really like to know that. I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together. And we came right to the repository to, you know, look around. And when we got here, it was locked. We couldn't get inside. Yeah, what the fuck you mean? It was locked? We checked it. Hifumi was unlikable, so that must mean he's a murderer. Thank you, you get it. It all connects. The evidence is there. And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it? And why is it unlocked now? I wondered the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There must be some secret lurking in there. But I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. Yeah. The door can only be locked from inside the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura both confirmed that the door was locked after the search for the bodies began. And then the door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. So that certain someone... Hina claims there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. Was it the killer who's still roaming free, or was it one of the victims? That's what I'm thinking. There are many aspects to this incident this time. Too many, to be honest. I fully agree with that, Sakura. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then.
Would you like... I really appreciate this, Sakura. Okay, we're gonna do this one more time, and then no more, like, looking back or sitting here trying to figure things out. We're just gonna keep investigating until the trial. This morning, only 4 of us met up